So going into some of that detail, Jeff Sella won't say this, but he is a diamond in the Lehigh Valley, and not that many people know about him and his company. It's been like kind of a trade secret for a while because, you want to keep who is helping you get through your projects and things like that to yourself. But the Conquest Funding Group has been amazing, and I have a lot of clients and my teammates. There's about 12 of us, 12 teammates that have clients. We refer business to them. They have just a fantastic reputation and they know exactly what they're doing, how to do it, speed, consistency, trust. With that, Jeff, can you talk about some of your activity and what you've been doing successfully with your fund?
Sure. Just to give you some of my background, I spent 25 years in commercial lending in the banking world, focusing on commercial and investment real estate. I was vice president for a local Lehigh Valley-based bank where I built and managed a $50 million loan portfolio. So I took what I learned from the banking and commercial lending world and I moved it into the hard money space. I don't particularly like the term hard money. I like to call it alternative lending. But I approach loans just like bankers do. And so we spend a lot of time getting to know our borrowers, understanding them, understanding their financial situation, their experience level, because we want successful borrowers. And I don't know that most hard money guys care that much. From what I hear, they typically look at asset values and that's pretty much it. But we take a very different approach. We have identified the key factors that make for a successful borrower. And of course, we look at the project to make sure it fits our lending, but the borrowers really becomes the key. We also have a property inspector who goes out and photographs all the properties before and during and after renovation process. So we do check on those things. Conquest Funding was started in 2010. We opened our first fund in 2011 under Reg D. We opened a Reg A fund in 2018, and we had state and SEC approval for the Reg A fund, as we talked previously. I will say that both of our funds have great track records. We've never missed a payment to any of our investors. And right through the COVID-19 shutdown, we had reserves in place and our borrowers came through as well. We had very few issues with borrowers. Most of the borrowers paid on time. And even now, there's no residual effects from the COVID-19.
Hey, can I jump in real quick? You said it's highlighted there and it's capitalized, and not that many people can say the word never. Can you repeat what you stated there?
Yeah, we have never missed a payment to any investor in our 10 plus years of operation. And that's a big deal for us. Investors are our first priority, and we take that very seriously. And everything we do, we look at in terms of how does it impact investors? Is it good for the investors? If it's not good for the investors, we're not going to get involved with it. And I often say, I heard it quoted from you guys now, is quality over quantity. And so I'm a big believer in doing it right and doing it well.
Well, let me jump into that again for a second, though. You're talking so much about the borrower and the projects, but these projects are local projects, ABE market, and I can be candid because I know some of your clients. They're not buying, they're buying a pretty ugly property, right? And they're pumping a bunch of money in there over time, and they're trying to get in and out of that project as fast as possible, but also build the quality work that you inspect. And then typically it goes to the rental community or something like that. You want to kind of respond to that?
Yeah, exactly. So that exit strategy, as you're talking about, becomes so important. What is the borrower's plan to pay off our loan? What is their plan to renovate this project? Is it going to be something they're going to flip? If that's the case, obviously the quality of the renovation project has to be much better than if they're going to just rent it out. So typically we have those two types of borrowers. They're either flipping the properties or they are building rental portfolios. And those that have to refinance become under more scrutiny because we want to make sure they've got the credit history, the cash reserves, and all those kinds of things that the banks want to see. And I actually do some consulting with some of our borrowers, how to structure the finances to make themselves attractive to bankers. And it's worked very well for those that want to listen and do it the right way.
It's awesome. Thank you, Jeff. And so about my side of it, we did pretty well. And what my job has been is two things, basically fix and flip and buy and hold. We're very heavy in the multifamily commercial space. And a lot of the fun is the secret sauce. So I can't share everything, but we're inventory experts. That's what I like to call us. And that comes from a couple different ways we've procured our business. And because I've talked about COVID a couple times, Some of the clients that we represented in the marketplace, when we list a property, we don't take pictures with cell phones. We have full drone 360 virtual tours, aerial photography, all of that. And we've been doing that for 2 years. So when COVID attacked our real estate system here in Pennsylvania, my team and I didn't skip a beat. We were able to continue to send them the virtual tours, sight unseen offers, things like that. It was difficult to navigate, but that's kind of what we built here. So on the listing side, we have a lot of clients that appreciate what we do. We give them a very high sale to list price. My team and I averages roughly 97, 98% sale to list price. And most of our listings across multifamily and commercial are sold within 30 days. So that's our reputation. We want to get people the best amount of money, most qualified buyer. On the other side of it, we are finding properties for some of our buyers outside of the conventional methods, and we're able to buy them at an extremely significant discount. So, when you're looking for inventory, you want to make sure that you buy it at the right price. And some of those key things that David said that really people don't want to deal with is management, maintenance, tenants, evictions, some of those things. And we don't want to deal with that either. But as you can see, we really try to perfect what we're doing and measure the risk. So my conclusion here is that James and I have been returning 10 to 15, sometimes 16% cap rates from a 4 to a 28 unit property. We just literally sold a 28 unit property. We helped purchase a 28 unit property at a 13% cap rate. So that's what we've perfected. And I can talk about this all day, but we're pretty decent at finding the inventory and making sure that we represent the sale in the right way. With that, please continue. So we're not trying to be supermen or superwomen. We're just trying to we're trying to perfect our business plan, we're trying to execute our business plan that we have perfected. And I can say perfected because every component of what we have presented and what we're doing has already been trialed and tested many, many times and has been successful. But I'd rather have John summarize this if you don't mind.
Yeah, I just, in kind of wrapping up, there's things you've already heard that I'm just going to emphasize. Quality over quantity, due diligence, risk management, asset allocation, and using kind of the funneling approach. So with all the properties that Tejas is able to source, with all the loans that Jeff is able to source, they need to be identified, analyzed, sorted, put through our metrics so that we're better able to choose the right investment for the fund and return. As you can see there, what our private placement memorandum says to our investors, not only initially, but over hopefully a long time. So.
Awesome.
Okay, so we are coming to the end of the webinar. This next slide, as promised from the very beginning, and also I posted in the chat box to the right of the screen. This is how to get in touch with David, Tejas, Jeff, and John, and also myself. Just give you a few seconds to jot this down. This video, we also mentioned, will be on our website and posted throughout social media. Perfect. So that wraps it up. We at Real Estate Investor MBA want to thank all our panelists for sharing their expertise and information with everyone today. Remember, we'll be having another webinar on Friday, August 21st from 4 to 5. And the new series, this will be Investment Series Part 2, How to 1031 Exchange Real Estate right here in the Lehigh Valley. So if you want to join and haven't signed up, please do so. We'll be sending out links for that webinar later this week. And if you also know anyone or other accredited investors who are interested, just let them know to look out for the invite. Hope you have a great day.